My name is James Menear. I'm the Performance and Quality Manager of a company called Corserv. It's an arm's length company of Cornwall Council, but it's a group of companies doing all sorts of diverse functions. Primarily civil engineering, highway maintenance, in Cornwall, branded as Cormac, and in Nottinghamshire, branded as Virus Midlands. We have a aggregates quarry. We're digging our own stone and doing coated stone production. We have a facilities management division doing building maintenance, property maintenance, and building cleaning. We have an adult social care division, so doing domiciliary care. We then have a housing association, 4,000 community houses being managed, landlord services and all the repairs and everything else that goes with that. We have, as acquired, an airport. We run Cornwall Newquay Airport, doing about 500,000 passengers now a year, and a development company which tenders for European funding, such things as offshore wave generation. And we're hoping that we might get the UK's first spaceport based out in Newquay for the deployment of satellites into space, which would be a major coup if we could do it. We have ISO 9000 quality management, 14,000 environmental, 18,000 health and safety, and obviously we'll go to 45,000 soon. Highway sector schemes for traffic management, white lining, surface laying, street lighting. We have a laboratory testing certificate. We have a gas and electrical fitting certificates, as well as all the issues around the Airport Civil Aviation Authority and the Care Quality Commission. So an awful lot of standards to maintain, really. At the time when we were looking at Entropy, we were just the civil engineering part in Cormac. We were using in-house systems at the time, but we needed a much more integrated platform. So we were looking for some software to help us to spread ourselves around the country and not based solely in Cornwall as we were at the time. So we looked at purchasing a system, and we'd had a very good relationship with BSI accreditation. They recommended Entropy at the start. I trusted the BSI brand. So in many ways, it was partly the branding that convinced me that you would put the resources and the necessary commitment into maintaining a system in a real world environment that I needed to support this growing company. The plan was really good, and then they kept on buying new companies. So I keep on having to go back to a start and start introducing the system over again into new companies. Now that's not a bad thing, because the benefit of the Entropy and the way that it's designed is that I can start to customize the local elements myself. I don't have to wait for the supplier to come and do it for me. So every time I take on a new company, I can go in and, whilst I'm introducing the standard way of working, I can also customize it to their particular local needs. And it's that local customization that gives me the buy-in, the ownership from those particular companies. So my implementation program is still ongoing. And in fact, it will still be ongoing, because as the managers get familiar with the system, they come up with more ideas. They come up with, oh, can it do this? Because I understand the system well enough, I can quickly adapt it and start to expand. So I don't think the implementation program is actually ever going to finish until you start running out of ideas, and you're ahead of me so far. It's a very diverse group, and at the core, we needed a way of really producing central reports, data, to compare and contrast how the different enterprises are working, but under a single certificate. We have one certificate for 9,000 and one for 14,000, and all the companies that are in scope sit within that. So what Entropy has done is given this ability to operate as a group, but also as single individual companies. So for instance, implementation of the incident module with associated investigations, the root cause analysis, has really driven our change in our health and safety strategy, which has changed our business plan. And we're now starting to see a reduction in the severity and the volume of incidents. We work in a dangerous environment, so any reduction or improvement in health and safety is actually a really big benefit. It also gave us centralised documentation, so the economies of scale. So we were purchasing, say, cost assessment data. Instead of each individual company having to buy their own, we do it as a group. And Entropy gives us the platform where they can access it, not just in the office, but at the point of work, which is again, very mobile workforce. That's a real benefit. And thirdly, it's really given our stakeholders confidence in our ability to manage the system. So when we are tendering for new work or looking for new sort of passported work internally for the council, that BSI brand with the Entropy system actually gives them confidence that we have a professional backing to our management system. So yeah, major benefit. Our expansion has been really quite rapid and with the diverse companies. We couldn't have achieved the timescales of that expansion if we didn't have Entropy as a platform to maintain the core systems and to give us this local configuration for how they work using their language. I can't imagine not having Entropy in there. What it's done, I mean, Entropy may be a worldwide system, but it feels like it's been made just for us. And I would think to any potential supplier, understand what the system can do, understand all the little nuances and things you can change, and change it, make it yours, get ownership, and then the benefits will start to roll out.